Hello there, and welcome to Mega Man 2. My name is Eric. I call myself Demon Alchemist. That was louder than I expected, so I'm actually going to lower my headset volume a little bit. Sorry, give me just a second. I want to play the intro there. I don't usually use the rewind feature, but I didn't mean to skip it there. It annoys me that it's on screen. In the year of 2000X, a super robot named Mega Man was created. Dr. Light created Mega Man to stop the evil desires of Dr. Wily. However, after his defeat, Dr. Wily created 8 of his own robots to counter Mega Man. Ball building. Mega Man 2! A cool little detail that I have not heard anyone, I don't think, talk about online is the fact that that beginning there, the music that plays during that intro, is the credits theme from Mega Man 1. It plays at the beginning of 2 and then transitions into this theme for 2, which is awesome. You might notice there's 2 difficulties here. This is easy mode. This is normal mode. Ignore what they say. Quote unquote difficult is what the game was in Japan. I don't know if it was because of complaints with the first game or what, but in the US, they apparently felt like this game was too hard, and so added an easy mode to the US version of it. This game, as everyone says, is a huge improvement over the first game. And while I love the first game, that's still true. In just about every possible way. The one way it doesn't is something that's happening right now, as I knew it would. Sprite flicker. Not sure how that'll look on the recording. I think it'll look fine. My recording seemed to not have any issues with flashing. Seems to represent things pretty well. This game has a consistent issue of sprite flicker when there's a lot of things on screen. I say consistent. It's not that common of an issue, but when it happens, it's pretty substantial. But this game improved, otherwise, pretty much everything about the game. The first game's mechanics. The movement is more fluid, just a little bit. It doesn't have that stutter every time you start moving. Although it's hard to tell right now because of these moving platforms. It's conveyor belts that are all over the stage. There's a glitch in the iOS version of this game, where if you hold right while falling down here, you'll actually land up there. It's weird. I remember that because this might lower my street cred as a Mega Man fan, but that was the way that I first played this game, was on iOS, before I got the Anniversary Collection. Because I didn't get into the series until, like, 2013, after watching Nintendo Capri Sun's Mega Man Let's Plays, or at least starting to watch them. I got this game on iOS on my iPhone 4. I don't usually get that energy tank. It's usually not worth it, because you can't get back to the right unless you have one of the items, which I don't. But that was how I first played this game. The first time I ever played a Mega Man game was actually on an emulator. I played a little bit of Mega Man 1, and I was actually confused why it just threw me on a stage select. I'd never played a game that did that before, so it actually kind of freaked me out. I was like, I did something wrong. But I didn't seriously play that, obviously. I waited until I owned the games. Although I did play through all of 2 on the iOS port, which, if I remember correctly, I've heard a lot of people say it's like a terrible port, but in my memory at least, it's okay. Semi-decent at least. And I've recently been playing the iOS port of Mega Man X, because it actually got a release on the Android, the Google Play Store. So I was playing that last couple of days a little bit, and I'm like, works okay. It's surprisingly playable, actually, which makes me think I might still have some muscle memory from when I played that, because that was how I first played Mega Man X as well. Just ruining all the street cred I have garnered, which is not much. At least among my friends, I suppose. Starting with Metal Man, he's not the easiest fight to do without his weakness. That's probably Woodman, Heatman, or Bubble Man. Metal Man's not the easiest. But he is definitely the best one to start with. Because his weapon is probably the single best weapon in the Mega Man series. Franchise as a whole, even. It's really good. Just wait. I like this screen. I like that sprite of Mega Man. Sort of a weird angle. One we don't normally get. But get equipped with Metal Blade. Yeah, the Metal Blade, which is the weakness of Flashman, Woodman, and Bubble Man. Getting the Metal Blade first gives you lots of options. The Metal Blade is really good against basically every enemy that's not weak. Every boss that isn't immune to it is weak to it, except for maybe one. But it's really good. I usually go to Bubble Man next. He's the official weakness for the Metal Blade. Yeah. You still like stutter a tiny bit before you start moving. What am I doing? You still stutter just a tiny bit before you start moving, but it's not as noticeable and it doesn't cause any problems in my experience. Yeah, the Metal Blade is fucking great. You can use 4 blades per unit. Lots of enemies drop weapon energy. And if you actually throw 3 and then switch off, it won't count. It doesn't keep track of subunits. Yeah, and also that background is, like, seizure-inducing. It doesn't cause me problems, but I'm glad it's not gonna last long. Oh, this game is an absolute classic. This is a lot of people's favorite classic Mega Man game, and even some people's favorite in the whole franchise. I wouldn't go that far. It's great, but I actually prefer several other classic Mega Man games over it. I actually really like the added complexity that each game brought. Now let's just kill myself. If you jump too high, you'll hit those spikes and die. Wish I knew the names of the enemies, but I don't. These, like, I didn't expect that to count, actually. I'll be aware of that. The little jets shooting out water, I assume, look a lot like energy tanks in Metroid. And speaking of energy tanks, this is the first game to have E-tanks. As you saw, I used one against Metal Man. They don't function exactly the same way in this game. Also, here's Metroids. They seem very clearly inspired by Metroids. Though, I say that, but, Metroid came out 86? This game was 88, I think? So, like, could totally be a reference, but it's not like Metroids were well established prior to this, and this came out before Metroid 2. Although, the Metroids were also in Kid Icarus as the Komedos, so, it's not, they were in multiple games already. It's not multiple Metroid games. But the E-tanks don't function exactly the same way that they do in 3 and onward. They refill your health fully. They're basically just one full health refill, but they're not saved after a game over. You can't grind for them in the same way that you can in every other classic game. I just didn't jump there. What the hell? Well, I'm gonna go for a different stage then. I don't usually get a game over nearly that quickly, or not. I didn't mean to hit start, but I did, so Here we go. The background, this is also the first Mega Man game to have more than one page of weapons, because it has items and E-tanks that are both in the second page. The background, the border of the pause menu, changes depending on what sprite color, what like palette sets are on screen. So the border is, the edges of the border are blue because of the waterfall in the background. And it might actually just be based on the stage, because I don't think... color sets might be changed mid-stage. It would make sense. But this game is a big favorite of the series. Like I was saying, I'm actually a big fan of the added complexity that each of the subsequent games brought. Not necessarily every element of each game. For instance, I find the dock robots in Mega Man 3 to just kind of feel like padding. The stages are pretty fun, and the boss fights are pretty fun, but it just feels a bit unnecessary. And there's things like that in most of the games. But in general, I like the Mega Man Classic games more as you go on. 7, I think, is actually my favorite of the, like, retro ones. But I think 10 is actually my favorite classic Mega Man game. I love 9 and 10. Which is, I guess, ironic, given that I was just saying I like the added complexity, when 9 and 10 are sort of back to basics. They're all like this. But, or at least 9 especially. 10 is a little bit more complex. But they also add Proto Man in 9, and they have Proto Man and Bass in 10. And they have controls more similar to the later games. See, including Bass being able to dash, although that wasn't new to that. That was in Mega Man and Bass originally, where he was both able to double jump and dash. But nonetheless, I love the hell out of this game. In part because it was the first Mega Man game that I finished. But it's also just a great game. It holds up really well, obviously. I mean, I think all the Mega Man games do, but I think most games hold up pretty well. I am not a big fan of the way people use the term "holds up" for video games, because I disagree with the idea that the context of a game affects its quality. Like, I don't think games have gotten worse over time. I think any game is just as good now as it was when it came out, unless it's been literally improved in updates or DLC or something. But this game's still really fun to play, even with the other games in existence. Despite the fact they felt the need to remove... Despite the fact they felt the need to add an easy mode, this is one of the easiest classic Mega Man games. In part because the Metal Blade is so good. Some of the Wily stages are a bit tough, and Quickman stage is a little hard. Otherwise, basically every stage in this game is kind of a breeze, in my opinion. They're fun, and there's a lot of really interesting mechanics and ideas, but they're pretty easy. This stage is actually a harder one as well. I didn't think to mention that because I forgot about this. I love these guys. They're pulling their own, like, what is it called? The cord for an old gas engine, old-style gas engine, like a mower. I should know what that's called. The, like, starting pull cord. I don't know. They're pulling their own to keep them spinning, I think? I don't know, I don't tend to look that closely. Also, almost all the weapons are really good in this game, just like Mega Man 1, and that's not consistent for the whole series. Bubble Lead, not Bubble Lead. It is Bubble Lead, at least if going by the Japanese pronunciation, because in Japanese it's written in kana, obviously, so the pronunciation is there's no ambiguity of pronunciation in Japan, generally, I believe. Not an expert. And it's Bubble Lead. Although lead works too, because the way they sink. Oh, these guys are immune to it, though. But, God, I lost my train of thought. I'm excited to be making progress in the classic series, though. I don't really expect this to take substantially longer than Mega Man 1. Maybe 3 videos. I'm not sure if this video is going to have all the Robot Masters or just, like, half or a little over half. It'll have at least 4. But one thing I was going to say is this is one of the harder stages specifically because of this part. I don't have it fully memorized anymore, but it is a pattern of appearing blocks, which you're like, well, you're safe. There's a platform. You got lots of tries, infinite tries even. Not forever. There's this pit of lava over here that'll insta-kill you if you fall in it. So, past a certain point, you have to react very quickly or you die. A lot of people wait to do this level until a bit later, because the items you get that are the equivalent of Rush in the later games are based on the level you finished. And there's one specific item that lets you very easily... I have a reminder that just went off, but I have no idea what it's talking about. But there's an item you can get later, item 2 specifically, that lets you completely skip this section with no risk of dying. Oh, I knew it was there. Sorry, I was focusing. After that beginning part, once you're in the lava, you can just react. You don't have to remember anything. You can just jump to the new platform as it appears until you get to that one I died on. That's the only one in that entire stretch from where the lava starts to the end that you have to know it's coming. There's not really any other way. You can't really react in time to that. At least I don't think you can. You can also use an item... You can also use Crash Man's weapon to break these blocks, which makes this section, like, a tiny bit easier. But I usually don't worry about it. I like to come here now because, surprise, surprise, Woodman is weak to Fireman, to Heatman. The Robot Masters have multiple weaknesses, at least the ones that are weak to Metal Blade as well. I mostly go in the weakness order here, though not, like, entirely. The block right before the lava, you have to jump on top. After that, you're good until, I think it's the 4th block after the pit starts. It's weird to try to explain well enough. You kind of just figure it out. It's some trial and error. Like, I know this 3rd one has the block where you have to go over it, and then the next one that's like that is this one. Then you can just react. Just as soon as the next block appears, jump to it. You don't have a lot of time to do so for some of them. Most of them are fairly reasonable. Let's see, 1, 2, 3... It is 4. It is 4. You can jump just straight to the next one if you place it really well. You have to jump from the very edge of that bottom one. But it's better just to know that it's the 4th one and go for it like that. But Woodman is weak to Heatman's weapon, which is called Atomic Fire. Spoiler alert. And it makes him way easier than even using the Metal Blade. That's generally what I do. Ugh. The problem, actually, for one, you can get pushed out like that. If that's a game over, I'll go to a different level. Yeah, it is. But, so I like to get He-Man's weapon. let's do Airman. I don't have his weakness, and he's apparently notoriously difficult, but I kind of don't really agree with that. So let's see if I can do him without his weakness. I really like his stage. There's a great, like, old-school Japanese fan song called, like, Airman ga Taosenai? Something like that. It's about a fan struggling to get to and beat Airman. It's like, from, like, the late 90s? Or early 2000s? It's a great song. I'll look it up, actually, between this video and the next one. Actually, since I'm waiting on these. Also, I didn't mention, but you can obviously tell, the Metal Blade can shoot in 8 directions. Which is absolutely incredible. Sorry, actually, give me a second. Yeah, I was exactly right. Airman ga Taosenai. I'll link to a video of the song. I don't know if the original video is on YouTube. It came out in 2007, so it might have been. But I will, yeah, I'll link that. It literally means can't beat Airman. These guys are great to grind on, by the way. You have to let the egg drop and release the enemies, but it's quite good. But I don't need it. I'll link to it in the description. Sorry that my commentary is a bit roundabout. Another great song. It's not at all related to Mega Man, but it's another great song. Roundabout by Yes. I love these little mini airmen. You gotta be careful with them. You gotta be careful with them too. The birds and eggs, because they can easily knock you off. But oh, almost knocked me off there. But I'm already to Airman. The stage isn't too bad. Like, I'm biased, obviously, because I play this game a bunch. Ooh, there is a glitch I want to show here. I realize I can't show the glitch right now. And if I kill him, then I don't think I can show it either. I'll just show it on a fresh save file. It's not that hard to get the item I need for it. So give me a sec. Just had to cough. I'm still getting over being sick. Like I said in my Mega Man X6 video, first video. So yeah, I'll just show that glitch at the start of the next video. I'll record it separately and just plop it in. Actually, now I'll just plop it in right here. So, I'll show the glitch right now. Hey, this is just a little bit I want to point out. I loaded in normal mode, or easy mode, I should say. Just to make it easier, just to make it faster for me to get to the glitch I wanted to show. And two things. One, I realized that normal enemies normal enemies take double damage as well, not just bosses. And there's another glitch that I want to point out up ahead. But real quick, I just want to point out these dudes die in one hit, and they don't separate. They also don't seem to chase you, so there might be other things that are different. But this part, you want to pause to elongate your movement. I think you can do a little better than what I'm doing here, but you can get caught in the wall. You can actually get caught in the wall and, like, zip around, I think. That is the part I mentioned, or I mentioned it later, actually. It's also worth pointing out that, unlike the first game, if you get hit, you are invincible to insta-kill hazards. Spikes, lava, stuff like that. Okay, I keep actually finding things I want to show, so I apologize for this clippiness, but it's fine. Right here, if you shoot before the things become visible at the start of Airman stage, you can actually see their outline a little bit. Because they're already there, they just have the spread of the background, I think. It's real weird. But you can shoot through them, whereas they bounce off otherwise. Absolutely bizarre. Just wanted to point that out. Alright, finally I'm here with item 1, which is what I need for this glitch. I haven't actually done it in a long time, but let's see how well it works. What you want to do is hop in, and immediately after the fight starts, use item 1 to touch the door. Oh yeah, it is just that easy. For whatever reason, doing that freaks the game out. Airman's still attacking, which I didn't even realize was... I don't think this is entirely consistent, because I don't remember ever seeing someone have Airman attack in this. Oh, it's so weird. Yeah, that was Wily Stage 2. So, like, it loads Wily Stage 2, which you haven't seen yet, but you'll see it when you see it. But with the sprite set from Airman Stage. I have no idea why it does that, and you can touch other shutters in the game and they don't do that. Real weird, but it's really cool. So, see you back at Airman. So I tried again just to see if it was different, and it didn't work. So it's not quite as reliable as I made it seem. I'm not exactly sure what allows you to enter it or not. And I'll see you guys for real now. See you at Airman. Okay, we're back. Now to see if I can actually just beat him without, whoa! I was already low on health. I thought it did a lot of damage, but I'm just low. I was just low on health. You can just stay in this corner. Yeah, no, I can do that. Once he jumps to the left, you can stay in the left corner and shoot him a couple times. With his weakness, that's really good, and usually he'll die before you get pushed into him. How well you can hit him also depends on what patterns he summons. But yeah, just like do this. Yeah, he's not too bad. It's weird to me that he's like notoriously difficult. Because I don't think he's that hard. Just mash shoot. Even without an E-tank, you have enough health to just tank hits and mash the shot button. Do I get item 2 here? I think I do. Yeah. So I'm gonna do Heatman stage now. And I'll try to do it manually, but if I get on my last life, then I'll use item 2. Yeah, so some people do Airman first. But if you want Heatman's weapon against Woodman, then you have to beat Airman without his weakness in order to get item 2 before you beat Heatman. But like Mega Man 1, there are no collectibles in the stages aside from E-tanks. I say like Mega Man 1, but Mega Man 1 actually did have one. It had the Magnet Beam, which I realize I didn't comment, but Magnet Beam is a weird name for that move, because it has nothing to do with magnets or attraction or repulsion. It's weird. But this is actually not going quite as well as I was expecting. Alexa, stop. Sorry if I interrupt anything for someone watching, but my alarm started going off. But yeah, 26 minutes, almost 27 minutes. I didn't mean to do that. Ah, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. And I have only 3 Robot Masters weapons. I think I will end at Heatman. Not sure. I might do another level after this. I'm probably not gonna do all of the Robot Masters in this one video, though. Because I don't want the video to be that long. But actually... Sorry, I gotta pause again. Give me a sec. You can also jump from one onto a block above it, but it can be difficult. It's consistent timing. You get a feel for it after a while. I'm just out of practice. I'm also out of practice with Castlevania. I'm recording this on Friday, February 10th, 2023. And I just finished streaming a few hours ago. 2.5 hours ago I finished streaming. And it was supposed to be part 3 of the Buster Only run of Mega Man X1. But I really was not feeling Mega Man. So I went ahead and just played a bunch of other games. Namely Castlevania 1, Kid Dracula, and Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge. There we go. Not too bad. Just know that the 4th one after the pit starts is the one that you're gonna have to jump above to get to. For these guys, I like to hit it with the air shooter, which is, oh, I have it, actually. I forgot. I fought Airman. The air shooter is the best thing to kill them. And those are obviously the Sniper Joes from the first game. He's weak to the bubble lead. But, yeah, so I played through Castlevania 1 on stream, and I just uploaded it to my channel as well. But, shit. I don't know why I'm doing this. But, I did okay. I did finish the game. But I didn't do as well as I normally do. Because it's been a while since I played. Him, by the way, you just alternate like that, and he'll go down just fine. Sorry to interject, I just wanted to point something out about the fight with Heat Man. What you want to do for him... Ow. Is, once you hit him, he'll get covered in flames, and then go to the other side. You don't want to anticipate that motion. You want to react as soon as he starts moving. Go. If you try to anticipate it, you'll almost certainly get hit. Just wanted to point that out, see if that can be helpful for you. He gives you the... Sonic Fire. Completely forgot who I just fought. What happens when you're not paying much attention, you're thinking about Castlevania. Sonic Fire is very powerful, but doesn't have a lot of shots. Item 1 is what he gives you, which is what you need in order to do the glitch, obviously. I'm speaking like you didn't just see it. I haven't recorded it yet, so it's in my brain, okay? I'm debating whether or not to stop here. No, I'll do one more. Woodman stage is very short. He also looks really dumb. He's probably my least favorite design of all the Robot Masters in the main series. I have to say in the main series, because technically there are Robot Masters in the DOS Mega Man games. And, nothing's competing with those in the terrible department. But these are the Batons. They appear in Mega Man X, obviously, in Armored Armadillo's stage. But I believe this is their first appearance. I don't know if they're in any other stages in this game. And I'm pretty sure they're not in the first game. What I recommend for the Panthers is fighting them from specific positions. That one up there. This one. This is actually the hardest one. There's no easy way to deal with him without having to dodge. But just move while jumping, and you're good. This one Just stay right here, and at the top of your jump, throw them. You can get 2, maybe 3 shots at a time, but it has to be very near the top of your jump. That's pretty cool. I beat all 3 of them without taking a hit. 2 of them, that's not even a challenge, but I usually get hit at least once on the middle one. That's cool. I have full health. Don't know why I was about to go for that. But yeah, you might notice that the pickups look different. And they will continue to look different. This is how they look for the rest of the NES games. Mega Man 1 is the only one to have unique sprites for the pickups. I like to deal with these guys like this. Let me actually... I'll respawn him just so I can show how they function. They'll jump forward like that on top of the platform and jump at you. Almost fell off in the process of showing that, but you can, with the Metal Blade, you can just kill them before they even get a chance to attack you. Which is true for a lot of enemies. The Metal Blade's fucking awesome. I cannot stress enough. And because of its low energy consumption, I usually just use it instead of the Mega Buster in this game. Which I don't think... Most Mega Man games have a weapon that's pretty good, but a lot of them don't have one that's so good and so large on ammo, we were gonna say that you could just use it instead of the Mega Buster. But this one does. Right. The letter is the boss's name, not the weapon name still. This is the last game to not have the names of the weapons written out in the pause menu. But Atomic Fire is the first chargeable weapon in the series. A full 2 games before the charge became a part of Mega Man's standard moveset. I believe you can charge it to 3 different levels, and the final level is so powerful that it takes out half of his health. Woodman. It's real strong. And the other boss that it's good against also goes down real quick to it. But the full charge uses so much ammo, you can only do it twice. That left me with not enough ammo to do the big charge, I'm pretty sure. That gave me the Leaf Shield. That's 5 of the 8. That's not bad. That only took 5 minutes to get through Woodman's stage. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do one more. Crashman. His stage is quite short too. I wonder if it'll take... Watch me say that, and then it actually ends up taking way longer. Should be fine though. You can still... There's still some weirdness when you get on the ladders. Sometimes. This song's great, by the way. Yeah, you can still teleport to the top of the ladder, just like Mega Man 1. Like I said in the Mega Man 1 series, this series, this franchise, the classic series specifically, but, well, this series is all about iterative improvements. It's like the name of the game for the classic series and the franchise as a whole. And like, I love it, personally. I know some people don't like how similar the games are to each other. By the way, what I recommend doing here is actually just... Well, not quite what I did there the first time. That. You can skip all of these with the weapons, the items, including doing like this. Sorry, I'm just jamming to the music. I love the music in this game. I actually recommend skipping all that by doing... I didn't think to do it until now. By the way, pausing will still make you fall off of ladders, just like Mega Man 1. That hasn't changed till 4, I think. But what I recommend doing here is that. Didn't even need to make that second platform, but that's fine. This reminds me of part of... of a part of Tomahawk Man stage? I think in Mega Man 6? Whoa! I got hit by him after he died. It's crazy. Weird. I'm still gonna have to edit out like sniffles and coughs a little bit, because I'm not coughing as much as I was the other day. But, like, I'm still sick. I don't think I'm contagious at this point. And I do feel better, although not quite as good as I did yesterday, actually. But it's still a thing. I recommend going up the right ladder here. And using... well... the leaf shield. I didn't think about that, but I'm not sure if I have done this before. You could use the metal blade to hit him there. But the leaf shield's pretty good. Ah, I thought I could make it. You don't actually get the drops, though, for some reason. Yeah, I forgot this ladder directly leads to that. But it's that shooty guy on the right, the left. This. I don't usually get my left and rights confused, but he's the reason why I recommend going on the right side. God damn it. What? That looked really weird. Looked like I should not have been hit there, but I'm not gonna call Johns or whatever. I guess it'd be someone else calling Johns on me, huh? That's a weird thing. Yeah, the left side does give you the E-Tank, but without the item 1, you can't get up there. Item 2 would also work. That'd be kind of a weird use of item 2. You might notice that the 1s are backwards on the platforms. That's because I think every one so far I've shot to the left, or all but maybe one. It's mirrored if you shoot to the left. These guys are a great place to grind. Just like stand still and shoot up when they spawn. I say a great place. It's a pretty good place to grind. Yeah, look, it just took 4 minutes for me to get here. Crazy. And then the air shooter is his weakness, obviously. Why did I say obviously too much? That's not obvious. Why would that be obvious to anyone that doesn't know this game? But yeah, like, look, in easy mode, all bosses take double damage. I think that's the only difference. But like, look at that. That's not necessary. He died in like 2 hits. I don't think they actually thought about whether or not this needed an easy mode. And it annoys me that they name easy mode normal and normal difficult. Because it gives the wrong impression. But whatever. I think that's where I'm gonna end it today. And the next video I'll try to finish the whole game, but I'm not certain I'll be able to. We'll see though. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.